Good morning. Today is another important topic, that is tables. You know what is table? Table is generally rows and columns. Table is generally it is rows and columns. The HTML table allows web authors to arrange data like text, images, links, other tables, etc. into rows and columns of cells. The HTML table are created using the table tag. Generally, the HTML tables are created using the table tag, in which the tr tag is used to create the table rows. Generally, you have a different internal tags. Then generally the table tag is used for a creation of table, and that one you have a different internal tags that are tr, td, th, etc. The HTML tables are created using the table tag, in which the tr tag is used to create a table rows, and the td tag is used to create a data cells. The element used under the td are regular and left aligned by default. After then you have to go for this one. The elements under the td are regular and left aligned by default. Left aligned. Generally, we can take that any example of columns. Here the border is an attribute of table, and border is another one, that is a order of one. Table tag, and it is used to put a border across all the cells. If you do not need a border, then you can use the border equal to within a double quotation 0. Table heading can be generally how now you can take that all the definitions of different tags on that one. Okay, table heading can be defined using th. Table heading can be defined by using the th tag. This tag will put to replace td tag, which is used to represent the actual data cell. Normally you put your top row as a table heading as is shown below. Otherwise you can use th. Otherwise you can use the th element in any row heading. Which are defined in th tag are entered and bold by default. Okay. Cell padding and cell spacing attributes. Generally, if you have different what type of different attributes you have, you are take the definition on that one. There are two attributes, attributes called cell padding and cell spacing, which you will use to adjust the white space in your table cells. The cell spacing attribute defines a space between table cells, while cell padding represents the distance between the cell border and the content within a cell. These are the different cell spacing and cell padding. The column span and row span attributes. Generally, we have a different. Another one is that is the column span and row span. You will use the column span attribute if you want to merge two or more columns into a single column. Similarly way you will row span if you want to merge two or more rows on that one. The table you can also design to table as a background. We can also give the tables to background. You can also given the table to background. Okay, bg color, you can set a table background using one of the following two ways. Bg color attribute, you can set background color for whole table or just for one cell. Background attribute, you can set background image for whole table or just for one cell. You can also set border color also using border color attribute. The bg color background color and border color attributes depreciated in HTML5. Do not use the attributes. Do not use the attributes. These are some what the types we have different points. Here also another important point is that the table caption is also available. In this one also table caption also is we can provide that one. The caption tag will serve as a title or explanation for the table, and it show up at the top of the table. This tag is depreciated in your version of HTML XHTML. Similarly, your tables we have different body, header and footer. Generally tables we have these points. Tables can be divided into three portions: header, body and foot. The foot. Okay, the tables can be divided into three parts. First one is the header, body and foot. The head and foot are rather similar to headers and footers in a word processor document that remains the same of every page, while the body is the main content holder of the table. The three elements for separating the head, body and foot of a table are foot of the body of the table. The three elements separating the head, body and foot of a table are thread the head. Okay, t head means that is a table header. T head means that is a table to create a separated table header. These are some tags are that one. Okay, t header to create a step to create a separate table header. T body to indicate the main body of a table, T foot to create a separate table footer, A table may contain several T body elements to indicate different pages or groups of data, pages and groups of data. But it is notable that T head and T foot tags should appear before T body, appear to body. Okay, Okay, another important point, that is a nested tables. So they generally have another one important point, the nested tables. We can use one table inside the another table. Not only tables, we can use almost all the tags inside the table data tag. Okay, generally have it in not only single table. You also use the any tags in between of the table content, not only in table tag, but you can also use it. You can use any tags of that particular way. Define a HTML tag. Generally you can, what the definition of this one? Define a HTML tag. Okay, define an HTML tag. Okay, define an HTML tag. The table tag defines an HTML table. Okay, we have each table row is defined with a tr. Each row is defined with a tr tag. Each table header is defined with a th tag, which each table header is defined with a th. Each table data or cell is defined with a td tag. Based on these three, very important, you can give the based on this one you can create that tables, and that you can create tables. What that one? Each table row is defined with a tr. Okay, table is the main tag, and that one in between that subtags we have also used that one. Each table row is defined with a tr tag. Each table header is defined with a th. Each row is defined by the tr. Okay, the row is defined by tr tag. Each table header is defined with a th tag, and each table data cell is defined with a td tag. Okay, these three are very important. Okay, different tag. By default, the text in th elements are bold and centered. Generally these are by default by using this one. Okay, by default tag, the text in the th elements are bold and centered. By default, the text in a TD elements are regular and left aligned. Regular and left aligned. These are regular and left aligned. Okay, these are the regular and left aligned. Okay, for that one you can go for an example of that one. Okay, you can these are default programs and the default terminology and tables. Okay, default terminology and that example you can go for a example program, then go for a example program. Okay, 10. Okay, well, you can go for an example program. What you have generally, if you have, see that you can write any table program. Okay, see that this program you have a simple manner. Okay, in the previous you have what the table you creating an HTML program, that is simple manner. Okay, HTML generally you can write a HTML tag, open the HTML, open the body tag. After then you can go for a H2 tag, that is a basic HTML table. Here you can try a basic HTML table. Okay, after then you can want to create one table on that one. Okay, now you can write a table tag, table style equal to within a double quotation with colon 100% within a double quotation closed. Okay, table. Okay, this way tr tag. After then tr tag you can go for a tr tag, that is a tr means that is a table row. These are all in single row. After then you can go these are one row. Okay, what that one row? First name. Okay, th in between of that open the tr tag. After then you can open another th tag, that is a table head, that is the table head. First name th first name ended with a th tag, that is the head tag, closing of th. Okay, after then you can open another th tag, that is the last name, closing of th tag, that is another column, that is that is last name. After then you can open the another th tag, that is the th tag, open the th tag is closing of th tag, that is a backslash th. These we are creating by using the tr. We have defined a three columns. The three columns. What are that one? Using the th opening of th, closing of one th. That is in the first column you are given the first name. Second row you can give in the last name. Okay, third row you can give in the another name is the another heading is the that is the age. You have a two rows, three rows you are define that one. After then the rows to be closed. Okay, see that it is very important. It is a easy and very simple. Okay, after opening the table tag you can give the sizes of that table content. That table style equal to within double quotation with the colon 100% closing. After then you can use the tr tag. Tr means that is a table rows. How many rows we are? 1 2 3 3 rows. Row 1. Okay, you have using three rows. After closing of tr. Okay, after then you can open another tr, that is the first we have first name, last name, and third is the age. We are three heading tags you are define that one. After then you can go for another tr, opening another tr, that is a tr tr. After then you can open the td tag, that is a td tag, that is a data. You can after the rows we have insert into the information the particular cell. For that we are go for a td gil, closing of gil. Okay, after then another open the another td opening of the td in between td Smith, closing of td first time. Okay, after then you can opening the another td 50 closing of td. After this one you can open the closing the tr tag. In between of tr tag opening the tr tag, you how many rows you are given? First name, last name, and age. And particular version of a particular point of view you can give the three td cells. First td cell you can opening the td cell gl. After closing of td cell, after closing of td cell you can give the gil name, that you can give the gil. After then you can open the another td cell you can write the Smith, closing of another td cell. Okay, after another opening of td 50 closing of td. After then you can close the tr tag, that is these all information for 20 gil, Smith, and 50. These are one row is completed, that filling of the data into three. First name is the Jill, second name is the last. That means second means that is the last name Smith, and the third one is the age that is filled by 50. After then you can go for another tr tag, that is a tr tag. Open the tr tag. After then you can open td tag, td John, closing of td. Okay, first cell is first data cell is over. After then you can go for a td. Open the td, do closing of td. Okay, opening the td and closing of dot do and closing of td. Okay, after then you can open another td 80. After closing of backslash that td, that is the 80. Okay, after then you can tr, closing of tr. In between of tr, the second tr of td John. First table data you can go for a td John, closing of John. After then you can open another td, that is the do. After the closing of the second td, you can open the third td, that td 80, closing of td on that one you can give in the particular information of this one, that is a John Doe 80. You can the three columns to be the information to be it is filled. Okay, filled. Okay, after then you can go for another one trtd. You can go for a td eve. Okay, another open that another tr tag, that is a tr. After then you can open a td, that means you open the td. You can after then you can eve closing of td. After then you can open another td, that is a Jackson, closing of td. After then you can open the td 94 closing of td. After then you can close the tr tag. In between of second tr tag, in between three td cells, that is the first td is the td eve, closing of td. Second one is the Jackson, third one is the 94. After then the three information, the data sets to be is complete. You can go for a closing of table tag. After then closing of table tag. After then you can go for your table to be closed in a previous manner. The body, closing of body tag, closing of the tag, closing of html tag, closing of html tag. Okay, html tag. After then you can go for a output of this particular program, what the information to be displayed. Okay, basic html. See that output of that particular table. See the output of that particular table. Okay, first name, the last name, and age. You have three columns is there. First name, last name, and age. The information to be displayed. Jill, first name is the Jill, second name is the Smith, the age is the 50. So second one is the U. So first name is the U, second name is the Jackson, age is the 94. And third one is the John Doe. First name is the John, second name is the last name is the Doe, and age is the 80. This way the table to be executed. Generally the td elements are the data constraints of the table. They can contain all sorts of html elements, text, image, list, other tables, etc. Okay, after we have discussed about a simple table, now we can going to discuss another important point, that is a table border. After we did not give any border for particular table, now we can go for giving a table border. Now we can go for creating a table border. For example, for example of that particular program, you can write your own program for a table border. Okay, the border table. Okay, that is you can write any program for that one with your own columns and information to particular that one. Okay, go for that table. Simply you can write a html program, that is html head, head. After then you can go for style, styl. After this style, after then you can go for a table style. After then style table, comma td. After then you can use that curly braces, that is a curly braces, border colon 1px solid black ended with a colon. After then curly braces is closed. After then curly braces is to be closed. After then curly braces to be closed. What you have a different here, you in between of style you have defined that table th td. After that you can open that curly braces, border colon 1px, border colon 1px solid black. Curly braces closed, ended with the closing of style, backslash style. After then similar we can all are defined by in the head tag, that is a backslash head, that is a closing of head tag. After that generally your program to be started, that is a body tag, body tag, body tag, body tag, body tag. After then you can go for you can go for that program to be executing this one by writing this one. Here you can go for a h2 tag, that is a heading tag, h2 table with borders by using backslash h2, backslash h2. Use the cs border property to add a border to the table, to add a border to the table, to add a border to the table. After then you can go for a table tag, table style equal to table, opening the table tag, that is a table style equal to within a double quotation, with colon 100% within double quotation closed backslash, that is a closing. After then table the closing of table tag, you come there the opening of a table tag, and between table style equal to within double quotation with colon 100%. After then tr, now you can open that tag, that is a tr tag, tr open the tr tag, that is after then th, that is a table head first name, closing of table head th, closing of th first from. After then you can open another th tag, that the last name. After then the closing of th tag, closing of th tag. After then you can open the th tag, th tag is closing of th tag, closing of th tag. After then you can use the after then you can use the tr tag. After then closing of tr tag by using of this different the using of different tags, 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 different tags by running of this program. By running of this program you can you can go for a you can go output of this particular program, what the output to be displayed, what the output to be displayed. Now the output to be just like the tables to be appeared on this table. In the previous one, table with border, use the cs border property to add a border to the table by using the cs properties, and to create a by using the border tables and border tables by creating the borders. Use the css border property and to add a border to the table, for example, what is the first name, last name, first name, last name, and age, gal smith, gal smith, age is equal to 50. You Jackson, that is the first name, last name, age. Okay, that you have different different points we have discussed on that one. The name Jill Smith 50, that is the first name, last name, age. Okay, need for the first column Jill Smith and 50, that is age 3. The second one is the Hugh Jackson 94, that is the age 94. John Doe and the age is the 90. This way the program to be this way the program to be run. This way the program to be run. After then you can go for another discussion. You can go for HTML table, HTML collapsed borders. Then you can discuss that. Next point is the HTML table collapsed. HTML table collapsed. That one you can go for write a new program for that one. Collapsed. Then you can go for another program. You can writing this program by using the simple table form. Now we can go for writing the collapsed borders. Okay, then now we can write a program for HTML. Generally you can your previous manner. HTML head style. HTML open the HTML tag, head tag, style tag, and on the style tag you have to define that particular table comma th comma td. After then you can open the border, that is the curly braces, border colon 1px solid black, 1px solid black, the black ended with semicolon border dash collapse colon collapse, that is a collapse. So after curly braces is closed, after then you can go closing of style tag, after then you can closing of style tag, after then you can closing of style tag, after then you can close off head tag. After then you can close off head tag. Then now we can start the body tag, that is the body. That is the body. The collapsed border, collapse head tag, that is the h2, collapsed border backslash h2, collapsed border backslash h2. Okay, after then you can open a p tag, that is the p opening, that is the paragraph tag. Opening that paragraph tag, you can go for you can write in an information that p if you want the borders, if you want to border to collapse into one border, and the css border collapse property closing of paragraph. After then you can go for a table tag, that is a table style equal to within a double quotation with colon 100% closing of table, the starting of table. After then you can go given a tr tag, that a tr first name, tr th tag. After the tr you can open the th tag, first name closing of th tag. After then open another th tag, last name closing of th tag. After then you can open a th tag, yes, closing of th tag. th tag, closing of first tr, you can close the first tr tag. After then you can go for a tr tag. After then you can open the another tr tag td gl closing of td, closing of td. Okay, td. After then you can open the td tag, td tag, smith closing of td tag. After then you can open another td tag, td 50 closing of td. After then you can close the t backslash tr tag. Now we can open another tr tag, that is a td tr. After then you can open a td u closing of td tag, closing of td tag. After then you can open another td jackson closing of td tag. Now you can open the td 94 closing of td tag. Now we can close the tr of that from first column of tr closing of first tr tag, the tr tag, that is the closing of first row tag. After then you can open another t row tr tag, that is the tr, open the tr. After then you can go for a td john closing of td tag. After then you can open another td tag td dow closing of td closing of td tag. After then you can open another td tag td 80 closing of 80. After then closing of td, after then closing of td, closing of td. After then you can use the tr tag, closing of tr tag. Okay, after then you can closing of tr tag. Now we can go for another opening of tr tag, td tag, u closing of td tag. After then you can open the td tag jackson closing of td tag, td open the td tag closing of backslash td, that the three rows are closed. After then you can go for a closing of table tag. After the three columns were completed, then go for a closing of table tag, backslash table. When you are open that table tag, okay, you can give that different the different tr th tags and td tags. After that you can close for body, backslash body and backslash html tag by using the box backslash body and backslash html, the closing of body tag and closing of html tag. Then you can go for output of this output of this program, output of this program. you can see that output what you have this table is collapse of table, collapse of table. If you want the borders to collapse into one border and add the CS border collapse property, by using the collapse property you can create a one table of information. One table, see that output one table is there, the first name, the different rows and columns. Okay, first name, last name, and age, it is the heading of the table. And first row you have the Jill is in the Jill Smith, second name, the last name is the Smith, and age is the 50. This way one row is over. After then U Jackson 94, this is the another one, and the John Day 80, this is the another one. This way table to be defined by in tables and rows, and by using the rows and columns of that particular particular table content, by using this one. Okay, the table tag defines the HTML table. Each table row is defined with a tr tag. By using the tr tag using the each table header is defined with a th. Each table data cell is defined by with tt tag. You are using these are main tags, you are using that one. By using these are main tags, by using the table tags. Okay, each table row is defined by the tr. By using the tr tag, using the each row, and th is the heading of that particular tag. Each table defined in case of that particular table of the information to be posted by using the td tag. Okay, so more you continue another